Alright, if we look at this one, we need to factor all of these polynomials. And this is a difference of cubes. So we've got to factor the difference of cubes. And to do that, we're going to take the cube root of that term, which would be x, pick up the sign, and then take the cube root of that term, which would be 5. Alright, now from there we do the rules. Square the first term of this one, so that would be x squared. Multiply these two together and then change the sign, so plus 5x, and then square this last term, so plus 25. Now what we need to do is factor the next term. So factors of 4 are 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. Factors of 35 are 1 times 35 and 5 times 7. Now we need to match up the ones. We need to have those multiplied together that give me negative 27. And if I look at this, 4 times 5 is 20, and 1 times 7 is 7, and 20 and 7 gives me 27, so I have negative 1 and 4, and I have 5 and 7. So, using these two terms as the first terms for the two binomials, I have 4x, and I have x. And using the fact that if I were to try to multiply these two binomials back together, I'd do first terms, which would give me 4x squared, outside terms. So what matched up to the 4? Well, the 5 did, so the 5 is going to go right here, and then that leaves this for the 7. And they both need to be negative because I needed a negative 27. So there's the factors of that one. Oh, I want to put equal in its times. Whoops. Okay, let's get the eraser. Times, well, let's factor this up. Well, what can I factor between a 20 and 35? In other words, what do both of them have in common? Well, they both have a 5. And they both share an x. Okay, 5 times what will give me 20? 4. X times what will give me x squared? X. Minus 5 times what will give me 35? 7. And x times what? 1. So I'm done with that. And then we need to factor the bottom. I've got a 5x cubed, a 25x squared, and a 125. So the lowest common factor between all of those is a 5 and an x. 5x times what will give me 5x cubed? Well, x squared. Plus 5 times what will give me 25? 5. And x times what will give me x squared? X. Plus 5 times what will give me 125? That'd be 25. And then that's all we need there. Now what we need to do is cross out like terms or reduce everything to 1. So to do that, I'll get the red pen, and we've got 5x over 5x, which reduces to 1. We've got x minus 5 over x minus 5 that reduces to 1. We can also go numerator to denominator, so we got 4x minus 7 and 4x minus 7. Numerator to denominator, this way, cross multiplying. So that gives us 1. And so what we have in essence done, excuse me, is made this 1 over 1 times 1 over 1, which equals 1. So my answer is 1.